Okay, being a beginner, knife maker, hobbyist, I wanted to show other people what I did to turn a portable bandsaw into more like a tabletop one. This is the Harbor Freight model. It's a lot cheaper than the other ones. And you can see a little knob here on the trigger. It is adjustable speed. What I did, and it was pretty easy, I found my studs on the wall, and I mounted a 2x4 going across. I measured the length that I needed to on the back, and I'll explain that in a second. Mount another one on the bottom. There's some heavy-duty galvanized straps, usually over by the fencing and whatnot. I got the heavier ones, a little bit thicker, real hard to bend versus the ones that are real flimsy. Now this thing normally has a cover. I took the cover off, and what I did is on the back, there's screws. You can see kind of on the front, and there's one matching on the back. I'm actually using that as my mounting point. You probably can hardly see. I drilled a hole right in the middle of the strap. That's the perfect size for this. And used the bolt that held on the cover and bolted this strap to the back. And I did the same thing for the bottom. Then I just took this strap, bolted it to my 2x4. Now during the whole process of the 2x4s and everything, I had levels out, trying to keep everything level. I might be a degree or two off. It's hard to tell. But it's working well. I'm in the middle of cutting a knife right now, actually. Another thing I did find at Harbor Freight, that was like $15. This is a foot pedal. You plug it into your outlet, and on the back of the foot pedal, there's another outlet on it. I cut in the trigger a small tiny groove for a piece of wire I had around, and cut the groove in, pressed it down, tied the wire, and I put the wire in front of this. This is a little lock mechanism to hold it shut. The reason why I put it in front of this like this is kind of weird, because if you put it right here on the back, it'll slide up and your trigger will come loose. This way the trigger stays down. The only other thing is this platform. You're not going to have the big wood platform. It comes with a small metal platform, probably about the size of this that I'm showing on the knife. What I did was I cut, let me pull this off so you can see. I cut a piece of wood out, and before I cut this groove, you can see the platform there, and it bolts up to the side right there. What I did was I took the platform off, drilled 4 or 5 holes in it, like 3 going across and 2 on the smaller side, bolted that to the middle, about 1 3/4 inches back from the edge to the bottom of the platform. And then I drew lines, traced that out, used the drill to get to the very, you'll see if you do decide to do this, it's pretty simple. And got my table saw, and it was almost a 45-degree angle, just kind of played with it. Right angle, scooted it over like 1/8 of an inch, and finished making my groove all the way down it. And this is screwed on, and then I bolted it up. So basically turned the metal and the wood into one tabletop piece, and it's bolted up on the side. And that's really about it. Leaving the cover off is totally safe. These things run pretty slow. They don't run like super high speeds like you think of drill presses, things like that. I'll show you real quick. I got the pedal down here, and you'll hear it start up. And that's it. I have the 2x4s laying around. I had to buy a piece of 2x2 wood. This is a little over a 1/2 inch thick. The thicker the better, I figured. Not really much to it. The straps are a couple dollars a piece. So I mean the mounting system, well, I say system, but the little rig I have up, real sturdy, not having any problems. I just started this knife, and you can see the outline, how close I'm actually cutting to it. You can slightly curve it because it runs so slow. You get stuff like that. It took me a ton of time on the grinder like I did before with files and everything else. I'm about 10 minutes into that one. I'll be done in another 5 or so. But the saw itself was $70, I think. It was actually on sale locally. And it was a $20 off one item coupon I used. The wood strap screws, a few dollars. If you spend more than 10, I don't know what you did wrong. Now the pedal was 15, but well worth it, so I can hold it down and work with my hands and do what I need to do. I'm just a hobbyist, not a professional. I didn't want to spend $300 on the Milwaukee or the Home Depot one. I mean the Walmart, even though it's really nice, you know, and I love DeWalt and some of those better brands. But for something, I mean, I might make a knife every couple of weeks total, you know, from start to finish. So it wouldn't be used that much. I just couldn't see spending $300 plus on it. You know, down the road, if I got the money laying around, sure, but for maybe $75, I got this set up, and it's more than adequate. A lot of beginners wonder how to cut blanks out. I mean, I've done it before on a little belt grinder, knife grinder, and tons of files. I do have a bandsaw for wood I use. This one's not strong enough to cut metal, but I do it for a lot of my handles and stuff, my drill press, of course. Some other vise and a few little odds and ends laying around. But doing it this way took me on my first knife, grinding things down on sanders, files, everything else, grind wheels, well over an hour. A lot of cutting with hacksaws too. And if you got a curved blade, it's just not as easy as it should be. So that's it. You know, if anybody's got any comments, questions, things they can see that's improved, whatever, you know, let me know. I just was at Harbor Freight, happened to see it, thought about it, picked it up, and in a couple minutes thought this up, and so far working really well.